What is going on, all of you rock and rollers out there in podcast land? It is the Ayatollah of rock and roll, the Maestro, Kevin Crane, here to announce the return, the unbelievable, great, glorious return of the Fortress of Rock. Forced off the podcast airwaves for 2 weeks. Through no fault of our own, Mother Nature had her way with me. Basically, at the end of March, we had massive storms move through the area here outside the Fortress of Rock. And even though we've got the moat to protect us here, the drawbridge to keep unwanted elements out, well, we still need power lines and internet lines feeding into the Fortress of Rock studios in order to give you the podcast that you know and love. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. Tree fell down, took out the power lines, took out the internet. We were without internet for 12 days. That is why the last couple Friday nights you have not had the Fortress of Rock, but that, my friends, is over. The situation has been remedied. The Fortress of Rock will return this Friday night, April the 18th, 2025, back to normal, back to our regular schedule. And yes, we'll play a little bit of catch up. We'll have to condense some things, cut the fat, as they say, do a little doge on 3 weeks worth of rock and roll news to get you a reasonably timed podcast episode as we come back. So 3 weeks worth of news and reviews packed into an hour and a half, like you always get, because we don't want to inconvenience you any more than we have to. 90 minutes of the greatest rock and roll news, reviews, traveling back in time, all that good stuff. Each and every Friday night, we are back, baby. So this coming Friday night, just a little bit of a teaser for you. We will discuss quote-unquote new music from Bruce Springsteen and Foreigner. We will discuss definitely new music, no quotes, from the Hives. Yes, the Hives are back. Cannot wait to discuss that with you. We've got to talk about a little bit of troubling news a couple weeks ago involving 3 of the greatest bands from the 70s and the 80s in terms of are we winding things down? Are we calling it quits? A little bit of an omen here for these 3 great bands. One, I think, is more definite than the other 2, but we will discuss this Friday night. Not a lot of touring news to give you, as I think everybody's got their schedules pretty much set for the rest of 2025. We've got news about those 4 Beatles movies coming from Sam Mendes. We'll even talk about politics and President Trump, along with Kid Rock, and what they're going to try to do to stop us from being taken advantage of when it comes to buying concert tickets. We do have a new concert to announce, possibly 2, that we're going to be reviewing in 2025 for you here on the Fortress of Rock. We'll have a review of Craig Finn's new album, Always Been. Of course, Craig Finn, the leader of the Hold Steady. We will do our usual jump into the rock and roll DeLorean and travel back in time and discuss what happened on April the 18th in rock and roll history. We have got a lot of new songs to discuss. Maybe we'll review 1 or 2 of them this week. But even if we don't, we're going to let you know and wrap it up And of course, that would definitely include the Hives. Another new song from Counting Crows from the Complete Sweets Butter Miracle album coming out soon. So, lots of fun stuff to catch you up on here on the Fortress of Rock coming this Friday. Our return, the great and glorious return of the Fortress of Rock, April the 18th, 2025, with me, your humble and gracious host, the Maestro, Kevin Crane. And of course, you are who you are, and you don't want to miss the Fortress of Rock when it comes back this Friday. I hope you have a great week. We'll talk Friday. We'll discuss the brand new Weekend Rock project on Facebook. All that good stuff. But until then, kids, love the one you're with. Peace out.